Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Brandon Hodge. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so it's been a little while since I've done an episode of WWE News and Rumors. Let's get back on this, let's get the ball rolling. So I apologize first off if all this stuff's a little bit behind. I'm a little behind. I'm playing catch up. A lot has happened. WWE, let's just go and kick this out with the first just lead right into this. There's no smooth transition here. So basically, WWE is no longer owned by WWE, which is crazy. So it's not owned by Vince anymore. It's not owned by Vince McMahon. He didn't give it to Stephanie or whatever the deal was. Basically, WWE has been sold, I guess. It's been sold, but it's still WWE. So basically, WWE and UFC have merged together. Yeah, you heard me right. They merged together to make one mega company. So one mega company, WWE and UFC, they're now together. They're a publicly traded company. So this is like the best case scenario because we heard for a while they were going to sell WWE. And we're like, oh no, who's going to buy it? How are they going to run it? Basically, the way this has worked is they've chosen Vince McMahon to run it. So Vince is back fully. Not only in an executive role, apparently now he said publicly he wasn't going to do creative, and now he's kind of apparently back in creative, which, you know, is a bit of a nightmare because a lot of people didn't want him there. They think Triple H can run it much better, and a lot of people are outraged about this. A lot of wrestlers themselves are kind of upset about this, but Vince, nonetheless, is fully back in all areas, in creative, in the executive role, whatever. WWE is no longer owned by the guy, but he's running the entire ship. And yeah, this is like an alternate universe compared to like what we would ever see. Like a few years ago, if we would have thought of the situation, we'd be like, oh yeah, keep dreaming. That's never happening. We're never going to be in that situation. But yet, here we are, 2023, here we freaking are. So basically, that was like the only confirmed thing I really wanted to talk about. Because you guys know me. You guys know what I like. So guys, it is that time. So ladies and gentlemen, go and get your juice boxes out. Get your juice box ready, because ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. So the first rumor of the day is a bit of a sad one. So it's about also, you know, WWE being run by Vince McMahon. A lot of firings are coming. A lot of people are going to lose the jobs because, I mean, this also has to do with the UFC thing, I guess, the merger with the UFC. I imagine they don't need as many employees on the corporate end, like in the corporate office and stuff like that, to run the thing because it's kind of different now and it's like managed by something else. Or maybe they'll just merge all together. But I know the way Vince is, and Triple H brought and Stephanie brought in executives, and then Vince has his people or whatever. Basically, a lot of people will be losing their jobs. And this includes wrestlers. Triple H has brought back a lot of wrestlers that Vince actually fired during the pandemic. So we might see some releases for some people. I don't know. All I know is some people are getting shifted around. Some people are going to be released. Some people are going to be fired. A lot of things are going to be changing here very soon with Vince being in charge. But we'll just have to wait and see how many things are, and if wrestlers are losing their jobs, and people are being taken off television, and people are not getting shots anymore, and people are losing championships, and all this other stuff. We'll just have to wait and see where that goes, because everything is going to be completely different because it's ran by a completely different guy with obviously a completely different mindset. So we'll just have to wait and see. It's kind of a scary time right now. It's kind of a scary time. It'll fall into place. Hopefully everything will be okay, but yeah, things are going to be changing within the next few weeks for sure. All right, the next rumor. Let's get off this subject. Let's get on to something else. Let's actually talk about the actual product. So let's talk about the WWE Draft. So the WWE Draft has been overdue. Superstar shakeup. Maybe it's what's going to be called under Vince. I don't know. But basically, the WWE Draft will be returning here actually after Backlash. It'll be returning. So these are rumored dates. These are not confirmed. But what we have right now after Backlash will be on May 8th. The Monday Night Raw that's actually taking place over in Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida. Monday Night Raw will be the home of the WWE Draft. Night number 1, I guess. And then, of course, the second night will be on SmackDown. And I'm thinking that will be May 12th SmackDown in Knoxville, Tennessee, which I'm actually going to. It's going to be like my first show of the year, so I'm excited to be there for that. But basically, yeah, those are the WWE Draft rumored dates right now. Now, that's not confirmed, so if you're watching the May 8th episode of Raw, be like, what the hell? Brandon said the draft was tonight. It's not on right now. What the hell, Brandon? Don't blame me, guys. It was a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. Take all this with a grain of salt, because this could be true, could not be true. I don't really know. I'm just talking. But basically, ladies and gentlemen, those are the rumor dates right now. May 8th Raw, May 12th SmackDown. That will be the WWE Draft 2023. All right, the next rumor will be about none other than Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt's been missing for a little while because he's injured, sick, something. There was rumors he even walked out of a show or whatever. But okay, so here's the deal. So basically, Bray Wyatt is suffering from some kind of illness. We don't know what kind of illness that is, and really it's not any of our business. All we know is the guy can't wrestle. So he can't wrestle. He is not yet ready to wrestle. He is not cleared to wrestle, and that is pretty much the update I have from Bray Wyatt. Like Bray Wyatt, the guy is not cleared to wrestle. He's trying to get better as soon as he can. He's just not better. And I remember before he even returned to WWE, like before he came back, like he was not cleared. He was having some kind of issue, and that's one of the reasons he even got released. The guy couldn't even wrestle. But we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know if this is the same thing that's came back that he's suffering from again. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But Bray Wyatt, I wish him a speedy recovery, and hopefully he'll be back in the ring sometime here in the very near future. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final news story. This is the final rumor, the final thing we'll be talking about inside this episode of WWE News and Rumors. This is about none other than the Viper. This is about Randy Orton. So Randy Orton, the guy is also not medically cleared. So this is kind of a bummer episode, and this is a very bummer rumor to talk about. So basically, Randy Orton was at WrestleMania. Not on the show, obviously, but he was in California. He was backstage. He was talking to officials. He was talking to his friends, stuff like that. Basically, the situation with Randy Orton, because we've been waiting for the guy to return from his injury for a while. He had a back injury. He's been out for well over a year. We were waiting to see if he's feeling better, because he had some kind of like fuse job done to his back, which sounds terrifying, and I'm sure it is terrifying and very painful. But basically, that kind of thing takes a while to heal from, and he's not yet cleared. And apparently nowhere near to being cleared. Like, it is nowhere near him being able to wrestle. Now, the discussion of him retiring and maybe not being able to wrestle again does come into some people's minds, but I feel like Randy, he will be in the ring sometime in the future again. I just don't know. Guys, honestly, it might be a few years. Like, this thing is very serious. It's a very serious back injury. So we'll just have to wait and see. But Randy Orton was back there talking to people and stuff, and he is absolutely nowhere even close to being able to return to the ring, which is a very big bummer for all Randy Orton fans, me included. But guys, we're just gonna be patient. Hopefully we'll see the Viper back doing his RKO thing back in the ring sometime here in the near future. So there, guys, that's actually going to do it for this episode of WWE News Rumors. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on all these news stories and rumors in the comment section down below. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your one and only Undisputed King of Vlog Style, and I will see you guys in the next video.